Hi, this is Dr. Gary. Welcome to our weekly tune-up today. Again, I want to thank everyone for contacting me. A lot of good ideas this week. There was one particular idea I thought was extremely strong. I got it from a friend of mine, plus a lot of you also wrote in and wanted to know about this one thing. And it's back to fear again, but it's fear in a different way. One of the people I talked to said they want me to put a positive stint on it this week, not just focus on fear. So let's do that a little bit. One of the things that happens to each one of us is we always wonder if we're good enough. If you're one of those lucky people out there that have never wondered that, it means your parents did a pretty good job with you. The way you were brought up was pretty down the middle and very balanced. What I run to most of the time over the last 30 some years of doing what I do, most people don't really think that way. They think there's something wrong with them. No matter how good looking they are or how talented they are or how much money they have, somewhere deep down inside, they've really not attached to really who they are. One of the things I want you to realize is each one of us have this opportunity in our life to become really something. And when I say something, I don't mean someone who drives a fancy car and flies around in jets and has a lot of money. That's all right. I'm talking about really something. That's somebody who facilitates growth in other people. That's someone who can make a difference in someone else's life. Remember, one of the highest things we can do as a human being is to enhance someone else's life. And in the process of doing that, what's going to happen is you're going to enhance your life. It starts in the way we think about ourselves. One of the things we have to do when we think about ourselves is we have to love ourselves. We have to understand that somewhere there's some molecules that came together to make us. It was probably on purpose. It didn't happen totally by accident. I don't think any of this is by accident. I really don't believe in coincidences either. I think that all of us meet one another for a divine purpose in our lives. When it comes down to you feeling good enough, when it comes down to you loving who you are, and that fear of not being good enough, what we have to really understand is what's causing that feeling. There's a thing we call a transderivational search. What that really is if I ask you to think about a time back when, what's going to happen is you're going to go deep down inside yourself and start thinking of memories. Well, technically, that's what a transderivational search is. That's an NLP term that we use when we're working with people. What I want you to do is your own TD search today. I want you to think about what really is the reason you don't feel like you're good enough. And what is the reason that you don't really realize that you're everything that you require to become everything that you want to be, no matter what that is. It all lies within you. And of course, there's some things we gotta learn. There's some things that we don't know yet, but we will learn. And there's some experiences that you may require to become everything that you want to be, but those experiences are there. What is there when you think about it deep down inside yourself that says you're not good enough? Was it something somebody said to you? Is it something that maybe a school teacher said? Or maybe mom or dad, or you heard it in the corner somewhere when you weren't supposed to listen? Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. When I work with people, one of the things people think I want to know is all their past stuff. It's helpful. Bottom line is I really don't care. What I want to know is I want you to think about it. I want you to look at it and look at all the resources you have of all the experiences you've had, good and bad. And really that's subjective. Look at these experiences and look what they've done for you. Look what you know how to do because of where you've been. So many people want to look at the tragedies in their life. Maybe they've been raped or molested or beaten up. Or maybe they were brought in life with a silver spoon in their mouth and everybody makes fun of them and doesn't think they're good enough, so they grow up not thinking they can take care of themselves, and they realize that money is their lifeline. And it really isn't. I know a lot of people have no money and get along just fine. In fact, they're some of the happiest people I know, the people that have the least material things. What they have is they've learned how to take care of themselves. They've learned that they're enough. They've learned that they have everything it takes to become everything they want to be. And sometimes what they want to be in someone else's eyes isn't what that person thinks they should be. And that's where we get all hung up. We get so darned worried about what other people think of us, we forget to think about what we think of us. What I want you to think about today and through this week is really look at the resources you have. Look at the capabilities you have. Look at the experiences you've had, whether they've been wonderful experiences or they suck. It doesn't matter. It's just wisdom now. So many people want to drag this baggage along with them. It's not baggage, it's wisdom, it's knowledge. It's only baggage if we refuse to look at it, if we refuse to learn from it, and if we refuse to act upon what we learn. Remember, each one of us have a right to be here. As long as you're drawing a breath, you have a chance to make a difference, not only in your own life, but in someone else's life. The most important thing you can do is facilitate someone else's growth, no matter what you do for a living. That's just a venue to expose you to people. What you do with that venue matters. What you do matters. In any moment that you think that you don't matter, that you're just one of the billions of people on this planet, you're wrong. You can make a huge difference today with someone, somewhere. And if we're going to change this planet, if we're going to have a massive paradigm shift in people's thinking and consciousness and all these wonderful things we hear about, it starts with each one of us. Today, what I want you to do is look at your stuff, not baggage. Look at the assets you have, and then step out, take some risks, and see how good you really are. You're going to be surprised. Let's think about that. Thank you for all your emails and text messages. I appreciate it. Turn someone on to one of these tune-ups. Help them out. Let them know this. And I look forward to talking to you next week. So until then, you have an extraordinary weekend. Remember, you have a purpose here. The job you have to do is start figuring out what it is based upon all your experiences and what you know how to do and what you love to do. It's buried in there somewhere. Until next time, this is Dr. Gary. Bye-bye.